Hey everyone, welcome to episode 4 of Sunset City. It's a brand new city, it started from scratch. Now I've switched from Bedrock to Java for this project, so we've got mods and I will be playing in creative, which I have to admit is brand new for me, right? But this project is huge, yeah, let's be honest, and I'm hoping it'll be a city unlike most Minecraft cities you've seen. There'll be no empty shell builds here and no copy and pasting structures, just fully chilled old school Minecraft building and plenty of decorating to boot. Now it's quite an exciting episode this, man. It's the first time I'm actually going to start building. Now I'll be making a start on this huge structure here, as well as building my very first truck and Truckyard. So if you want to watch a brand new Minecraft city get built block by block, get yourself in chill mode, yeah? Grab a snack or a beverage, man. Let's jump in to episode 4. The building begins. Okay, so this is where we left off, right? Just finished that junction there and built some side roads at the east end of the city, yeah? But before we can build anything here, man, we need to make another side road right along here. It'll connect to the roads on the side, man, and to the highway. It'll just run all the way along here, man, probably right up to that mountain there. Yeah, should we do a little bit of overdue seed exploring? Let's check out this cave quickly. See what we're dealing with under here. Like, yeah, wow, okay, cool. Dripstone pillars, man. Lava fall. Could definitely work with this, right? Hello, glow squid. Alright, let's have a little look deeper. Yeah, wow, very cool, man. Double cave, lava lake. Very good, man. We'll definitely come back here and build something cool, right? Yeah, I'm thinking something in the style of Lord of the Rings. Maybe like the Wood Elves, but underground, huh? I mean, even a geode to boot, man. I do love these things, I can't lie, yeah. But listen, let's not get too distracted right now. I got roads to lay, man, and buildings to build. So let's get to that. I need to connect this street here all the way to this junction at the highway. Yeah, we built that road over there on the last episode, yeah. So this time we'll connect it to the brand new road right here. I'll take it over to that mountain, yeah, get ourselves some bona fide building plots in this place. You know, I've already got some ideas for the first builds. We'll have a combination of old and new styles, yeah. I'm thinking a Victorian haberdashery and a modern warehouse style builder's depot. Both kind of useful buildings for the early city. You know, before we can build though, we need to make this road so that we can have proper streets, right? I need to chop through all this terrain here, man, make some sense of it, you know, state our claim on the landscape. Now I've already got a design for the streets in this area down, yeah, the pavements and the curbs. You know, it'll be the commercial district here, right at the centre of the city. All the shops, a few houses and office buildings dotted around. Yeah, it's all looking pretty good there. Yeah, honestly though, I'm chomping at the bit, yeah, to get building in the city, man. I'm going to make a start on the haberdashery. I figure it's a good place to start, right, as we can get a loom set up going. You know, build ourselves some banners. We're going to need those for the city for sure. And a builder's depot, right, so where we can store all our blocks. We can have a little browse through the inventory, get them all organised. Yeah, but more importantly, this time round, yeah, we're going to build a truck. Now, it's something I've never done, and it's something I'm looking forward to. Start getting a little bit of verticality to the city. It's coming along nicely now, yeah? Fill out this side a bit. I'll tell you what though, I added friends and foes to the mod pack, yeah? I really want a bit more life and variety to the seed. And what better place to start, right? The quite frankly, gorgeous looking Moo Bloom. Yeah, aren't you gorgeous, my darling, yeah? How could Mojang cut you out, eh? I don't know, girl, I don't know. What were we all thinking? And another one for luck, yeah. I will have a proper look through all the mobs included in that, yeah, for sure. But for now, let's get this road done, man. Yeah, just bring the road surface down this hill, yeah, nice and easy. Stick a little step on there. There's no coal block slabs, so asphalt will have to do, man. I think it looks okay. Yeah, connect it all up to the new junction here, yeah, nice and chill. You'll have to let me know, right, what mob you think I should introduce to the world next, man. Friends and foes, yeah, it's pretty Awesome. One step closer, right, to a full building plot now. Needs a few tweaks here and there, yeah, tidy up the curb sides. And since it's a four-way junction, I think a little mini roundabout here, nice and simple design, right, nothing fussy. Well, it brings up a vibe though for sure. Yeah, just fix these little corners up, right? Yeah, they need to be flat so we can get the lines on there properly. You know, a little attention to detail, man, forward planning always goes a long way. There's some yellow lines on the side, right? White ones in the middle there, spaced 4 apart. You know, I guess I didn't plan ahead enough there, right? It will pop that one out too. Yeah, get the junctions in. A little smooth quartz band does the trick there. What do you reckon? Yeah, it definitely feels like a proper road now, I'd say. Yeah, looking good, man. We've only got double yellows, right, on the approach to the highway there, but honestly, I quite like the double whites too, man. We'll have to let them sit and simmer, yeah? Maybe swap some out later, if I settle on the decision. You know, for now though, we definitely need to pop out this central section, right? Create a connection between these two roads here. Now, admittedly, on a proper highway, right, you'd have on-ramps and off-ramps here, but maybe we'll do a few later. But this is Minecraft, and we could take a few artistic liberties, right, and have a level junction there. Yeah, it saves on space, man, and honestly, I think I'd rather have more buildings than roads wherever we can, right? Yeah, get our bespoke signposts in there too, right? These kind of colourful, kind of parasol-like ones, they denote the entrance to a new district, right? And that's job done. Time to push this road forward. Now there's going to be a lot of road building to do in this city, right? And much of it will kind of be the same. You know, each district will have its own vibe, right? Be it the shopping district here, or the banking, the admin, industrial, residential, farming and the tech districts will all have a ton of roads with their own vibes, right? But you know, one street is kind of the same as the other, right? So you'll have to let me know if you want to see all the roads being laid within these episodes here, or if I should focus on the builds themselves, right? Honestly, I'm in two minds. You know, I would like a visual record on YouTube of kind of everything, but also, you know, it'll probably get a little bit samey building street after street, right? Whereas the builds themselves will bring more variety. So do let me know in the comments, right, your thoughts on that. I mean, it's early days for the city, right? And these are the very first streets to be properly completed, so it definitely makes sense to show these. But you know, the 50th street, the 100th street, I'm not so sure, right? You know, eventually this road will cut through this mountain here, right? And into the yonder over there. You know, loads of streets, man, loads of builds. A nice variety of vibes with pedestrian walkways and all that cutting through it as well. You know, a little bit of planning, a kind of grid system for sure, but also letting the landscape dictate, right, what we do in certain areas, you know, so the city has a kind of organic feel about it instead of just having a grid system overlaid over the whole thing. You know, hills, rivers, kind of random bits around the place, definitely welcome here and there. So yeah, let me know what you'd like to see, and also any builds you'd like me to attempt, right? I've got tons of ideas, but always happy for some input and suggestions. If there's something you'd like to see me build, right, do let me know, mum. So this road right here is the final one for the video. We now have the city's first building plots, man. Roads on all sides, just as it should be. You know, I can fill in this fence now, just like that. Yeah, man. Stick a junction in on the highway, right? Nice. The cable-stayed bridge in the distance there. And quickly get busy finishing off these streets here. Now we're going to need some lines. Yeah, I'm trying out the single whites for a change. We'll see how they feel. And stick in some lampposts, yeah, all the way along. You know, really build up that city street vibe. You know, they're shorter than the highway ones, these, yeah, just 4 high. And the light on top, right? Nice and chill at this point, man, really making progress. You know, I hope you're enjoying the build so far, yeah? Don't forget to subscribe if you want to, right? I'd love to have you along for the city building journey, man. It's early days, and there's a long way to go. A lot of cool builds to come, no doubt. You know, lots of busy work too, yeah? Like some drains, You know, maybe one day even a sewer to run underneath them, right? But yeah, man, that's our roads. It's the city's first official building plots, man. 2 of them right there. Yeah. That's a lovely view from up here, right? Now, I will work on the render distance somewhat, yeah? I'll be making some changes to my setup, man, and we'll definitely get that increased from its current lowly 12 chunks, man. Watch this space. I'll pop some more signs in at the junction here, yeah? Again, building up that realistic vibe, man. Make this pedestrian crossing official, right? Just like that. You know, it may well be that we come back and change some of these, yeah? Add to it as the city progresses. And I add more mods, right? But for now, that's looking cool, man. Yeah, definitely got to stick a few more crossings in here at the roundabout, right? You know, it's not so much about pedestrian safety, let's be honest. It's more about setting the scene, man. Building the vibe, right? They're so easy to do as well, man, and really add to the visual aesthetic, I feel. You know, let me know what you think, right? Do I make too many of these things? It is a possibility, right? But, you know, I don't know, for my money, right? They look good. And they stop the roads feeling too long, man, too plain. You know, I'll pop one in on each side of the junction, yeah? Just like that. Oh, look at you, yeah? Stymied by a lamppost, huh? These bees, man, they're always getting stuck on things, yeah? They're kind of crazy, man. But they're super cute, right? Let's be honest. Unless you hit one by mistake, that is. Okay, man, I really want this junction to feel a bit fancier, right? You know, a little more Minecrafty. You know, build up a bit of a vibe here, a little chill out zone. Handy for the street signs as well. Yeah, we'll get a little bespoke lamppost in here as well, yeah? Try something different, man. You know, lightning rods is not something I've used like this before, man. We'll give it a go, yeah? And a frog light. Stick with the green vibe, yeah? With some slime. And a little sneaky creeper head for sure, yeah. Yeah, some benches bring the city vibe, right? I am going to swap these out though. Maybe just have one on the top like that. Yeah, for sure, man. That actually works quite well. You know, we'll get some bins in and a water fountain, man. You know, I definitely want the city to have a mostly realistic feel to the place, yeah. But also, man, I want to celebrate Minecraft in here, yeah. So I will use vanilla blocks wherever I can. You know, honestly, I want this place to be fun to explore and have surprises and treats around random corners, yeah? So it's worth looking around if you're ever in here, right? You know, in theory, you could explore it for weeks, man, and not come across the same thing twice, yeah? That's the plan, anyway. Yeah, also, man, it's important to me, right, not to defy gravity too much with these roads and things like that. You know, if there's an overhang like this, man, I will give it support, yeah? Either some pillars like this, man, nice and simple, or maybe a full-on bridge, right? We'll have to decide on that as we go, yeah? But definitely no impossible overhangs, man. It's kind of fun not knowing what the terrain's going to throw at us, right? And dealing with it best you can, man. You know, yeah, just like that, yeah? Simple little flyover for this one. And of course, fences and walls there, yeah? Mixed with some brick expansion blocks, man. Very cool. And we'll do something similar on this junction here too, yeah? Similar, but different, man. What do you reckon? I like it, yeah. Breaks up the pavement some. Almost ready to receive some builds here now, yeah, for sure, man. What's this guy got for sale? Yeah, oh, Indigo Dye Hair. Happy trading, pal. Looks like you lost a lead there, bro. We'll have that, man, for sure, yeah. I'm such a hoarder, man. I'll stick it in the jukebox barrel, yeah. Along with some random music discs there. But yeah, man, let's get to some building now. Yeah, I think we're officially done with this road, right? I filled out the side here. We're going to keep that cave open there with some glass, yeah? I'll be back at some point, man, to do something fun in there for sure. But let's crack on with the mission. Yeah, these blue blocks are outlining what will be the builder's depot, right? Basically, a DIY superstore. And all modern, like a warehouse type build, I'm thinking. And these red ones, more for the haberdashery, right? A much older feeling build it'll be. Probably in red brick, ultimately. And the green ones, right, just for internal walls. I do like to plan it out first somewhat, right? Just so I can visualise the builds, man, get a sense of scale. And these grey ones, I think, for the exterior fences. Just like that, man, beautiful. Yeah, I'll make a small start on these builds in this episode, right? But each of these builds will have its own dedicated episode I'm thinking, man. It's coming up, right? So do make sure you subscribe if you want to see them for sure. You know, for now, we'll just clear this rather inconvenient hill out the way, yeah? Yeah, it's a bit slow, man, like that though, yeah? Let's build ourselves a beacon. Oh yeah, feed the beast, man. Let's see what she can do. Yeah, that's much better, yeah? Chomping through this stone like nobody's business, man. Boom. Yeah, let's just gather all this stuff, right? Yeah, we've got some proper building plots here now, man. 2 of them. I think it'll work right nice, yeah. I'm beginning to see the builds in my mind's eye now, man. We'll make a little start on the groundwork here, though, yeah, for this truckyard. You know, it's probably not the biggest plot in the world for it, but let's see what we can come up with, right? It's kind of like the intake area for both these businesses, you know, like deliveries, collections, all that jazz, man. A little road leading into it. Yeah, I think we can make that work. Yeah, there's going to be another car park out front here as well, right? More for the customers' entrance, man. So let's get that underway as well. And I'll play with the design for the main fence. I definitely want to introduce some bushes, yeah, overgrowing like in and around the fence, man. I don't want it to feel too clinical. And some red walls, right? Give it that aged vibe, man. With Keeg's thick bricks data pack on those, yeah. Yeah, it feels cool, man. The red brick, right, for the haberdashery. The green fences for the builder's superstore, man. A nice mix of old and new, yeah. That's what I'm looking for the city, man. So I'll start here, man, as I mean to go on, right? We'll mark out the parking bays. Here again, not a ton of space, yeah, but enough to work with, I'd say. You know, I've got the idea that this parking area here, man, will connect to a huge underground car park as well, right? That should be fun to build, man. But first, let's connect it to the road, huh? Nice and easy, man. You know, bring the curb around. Just playing with the design at this point, man. See what feels right, yeah. You know, a little road running through the car parks to the underground section. And bash these out, man. Pop these in. You know, go for a bit of a vanilla vibe here, man, if I can. You know, use as many vanilla blocks as possible, man. These arrows, they're definitely not vanilla, right? But so cool, man. They're kind of perfect. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe a raised curb around here. We'll see, man, we'll see. And we'll try this grey concrete powder, yeah. I quite like that, actually. Yeah, man, we'll make it official, yeah, with some painted on lines here for sure, man. Yeah, and we'll keep that random hole there as well. Why not, man? Stick a little bit of glass. Yeah, there we go, man. The city's first official car parking spots. Yeah, we'll get some bollards in as well. Yeah, I don't want the bushes getting squashed by poor parkers, man. Yeah, and I think we'll swap out this as well, man. I quite like this grey, yeah, for sure. What do you reckon? Yeah, we'll make some little changes here and there, right? Tidy up the edges. Yeah, some pedestrian access, man. Yeah, fill out the final parking spot area here, right? More lines. I can't lie, yeah. I'm finding it fun at this point, man. Working out all the itsy bitsy details, man. It's fun for me. Yeah, I'll just sort out these bollards as well, yeah. I'm not sure why, but they feel better up against the wall there, I reckon. But there is one thing missing here, right? A car. Yeah. Traffic Plus mod once again, that, man. Let me know, yeah, if you like these. You know, I love the realism they bring, I can't lie. You know, though they're not super Minecrafty, right? They are super cool, man. And they're drivable as well, yeah. We will do that in some future episodes, man, for sure. Yeah, I'll just make a real small start on the entrance here first, though, yeah, to the underground car park, man. Yeah, I'll build that as well in a future episode, man, for sure. It should be super fun, I reckon. But I think that's this area pretty much done, man. Boom, yeah, feels good. Yeah, it'll feel better when we've got buildings up around it, right? Well, we'll just give it a little side access for pedestrians here, man. Connect it to this other road on the side as well. A little bit of coral for a change, man. Mix it up, yeah? But yeah, I think that's it, man. Feels good. What do you reckon, trader? You're feeling the vibe, man? I am. Yeah, before we get back to the truckyard, yeah, and build us a nice truck, I just want to get one corner of this builder's depot in, man. Just make sure the size works right next to the car park. You know, get a sense of the scale of this thing. But yeah, I think that's about right, yeah. It'll be like a modern warehouse type kind of steel structure, right? You know, I'll build that in a few weeks' time. I think we'll stick with the brick wall as a base for it too, man. You know, kind of ties it in to the haberdashery, man, which will be all brick. You know, I do love these square lights too as well, man. I can't lie, yeah. They look good and they're super handy to actually light this thing up as well. But there's the city's first proper little parking area done, man. I like it, I can't lie, yeah. Let me know what you think for sure. Shall we crack on, man, and get this truck yard done as well, yeah? You know, probably in a similar vibe as it's the same plot. You know, but we'll see how I can make it a bit different as well, man. Mix up the blocks a little. Yeah, man. Definitely this grey powder for the road, huh? Just like that, man. You know, maybe make it a bit wider, huh, for the trucks. Yeah, pop some cement on the sides here, man. And some more bushes. For sure, man. Separate it off from the haberdashery there, yeah? You're full mission mode now, man. Get the wall in, yeah? I think that'll work, bro. Yeah, for sure, man. I'm feeling that, I'm feeling that. You know, I like my bollards. A few of those in, right? Bring up the vibe, man. Yeah, make a little start on the loading area. Now I want it to stand out from the rest of the yard, yeah? So some coal, man, will do the trick. Yeah, I'll pop a few more haberdashery walls in, yeah? Give this yard its proper border. Yeah, I think we've got enough room here, right? Just. So let's get the edges in, man. Fill out this yard some. Definitely this cement for the floor, yeah? For sure, man. You know, I can see the truck already, man. Yeah, I want to really sell the vibe here, yeah? These hazard blocks are perfect, dare I say? Beautiful, man. Yeah, there's our two loading bays, right? And we'll put a little side road here as well, yeah? For smaller deliveries, man. Vans and the like. You know, we'll need a pedestrian gate as well, right? We'll use the smooth stone for the sidewalk there. What do you reckon? Maybe too many hazard blocks there. It was worth a try, yeah? Well, we'll swap some of this roadway out though. Make it feel all worn and used, yeah? What do you reckon? It kind of works for me, that. Yeah, we'll carry the same fence as the front over, yeah? I quite like the design, man. I think the panels are from X-Line's furniture, man. They're very handy. You know, build up the main entrance gate. Brick pillars, man. Nice and sturdy, yeah? Nice and secure. Yeah, and finish off the vibe, yeah? With some lines here, man. You know, clear signage, man. Always a must. And we'll mark off the loading area too, right? You know, some straight lines. And also these cool cross-hatched ones as well, man. All off the Traffic Plus mod. Super cool, that, man. That really sells it, yeah. Boom. Yeah, feels like a loading area now, right? You know, they share it. That's cool. Now I want to get a little bit of haberdashery up here, yeah? Again, just to establish a sense of scale, right? For when we build the truck. And a proper pillar for the gate there. And there. Lots of access, man. I want you to be able to run around and through the city in survival, right? Not be hindered by too many fences, man. You know, we'll get the loading bay up as well. Hello, piggy. Yeah, I think that works, man. Yeah, we'll stick some gates in later, yeah? We'll get some signs in. Make it feel all proper. And some lines, yeah? Yeah, I like it, man. Now let's use some copper here for the vehicle entrance, right? Secure it against any knocks and bangs, right? And we'll pop our bushes in. Again, man, both looks good. But also, man, makes the fence parkourable, right? You can run around, man, jump up and over at will. You know, a little mix there, some mangrove and some birch. All the way along here, man, no messing. What do you reckon? Yeah, I reckon we need something on top of these gate pillars, right? You know, a bit more detail. A little bit of copper. These green panels, man. Nice bit of prismarine. And job done. Yeah, I've built a lift shaft here for the haberdashery, right? Moving elevators is the mod. Super cool, man. I'll show the build properly, right, in the next episode. But it works, man, which is awesome. So now we can start the truck. I'll begin, right, by lining this out a bit. It's the first one I've ever built, man, and I'm not using a guide here. We're doing this freehand. From memory, right, so no rush, man. We'll build it up layer by layer and see how it goes. You know, get the shape, right? And start with the wheels, I'm thinking, man, and work our way up. Now, I've got invisible item frames, right? They're definitely going to help with the wheel nuts, I'm thinking. And this little corner line from our road lines might work. Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, that's the one. Do 6 times, and that's a chassis. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm going to swap this prismarine out though, right, for something more metallic. You know, some modded andesite there. That does the trick, huh? And underneath as well, right? This thing needs an axle, man. And needs a drivetrain. And we need some steps on the side, yeah? Now finish it off under here, man. And there's the base of our truck. Now let's give this thing a cab, huh? I'm thinking blue, man. It matches the builder's depot, right? And that's where it's delivering. So that kind of makes sense. You know, I'll have to play around with this thing though, man, to get the shape feeling right, yeah? Yeah, we'll just build up the basics to begin with, you know, and see where it goes from there, man. You know, roof around the driver, right? Some doorways. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, a little bit bigger. I'm thinking out the back here. And some fancy decks on the top, man. You know, just playing with the block palette for now, yeah, as well as the shape. You know, let's stick a windscreen on this thing here, see how that feels. Yeah, almost, man, almost. Let's get a grill on it too, yeah, really build up that truck vibe. Yeah, I think I like these on the top, man. You know, it's a little branding for the truck company, right? Some of our cool modded lapis blocks, man, from Brickspansion. Yeah, how's that feel, man? Yeah, I could drive this. A big old steering wheel there. Now let's just see if we can get these doors to make sense, huh? Let's separate the cab from the trailer section, yeah? Nice and secure, man. Just like that. Yeah, again, yeah, with these vent panels, man. I'm thinking make a nice enclosed connection, yeah? So we can walk through this thing when it's done. Yeah, try some things out, man. Iron trapdoors. White louver window panels, yeah. Let's give this truck a bumper too, man. A nice chunky one. Yeah, and a step, yeah, so we can climb in, man. Not that one. Yeah, maybe a handlebar. Yeah, boom, access. Yeah, it's definitely gonna need some headlights, right? Yeah, trusty sea lanterns, man. Pop them on. Yeah, I'm beginning to see a truck here. Yeah, we need a radiator. Gilded blackstone. Kind of works. Some doors, of course. Which will need buttons. Yeah, it's getting there, man. Yeah, and some fancy trims, I reckon, yeah? Definitely the green vibe there, man. Adds a little something. Yeah, I'll tell you what though, yeah? I am thinking this cab might be better if it was white. So yeah, man, I'm gonna do that thing, yeah? We're gonna swap this blue out, man. This is Minecraft, yeah? No harm in changing your mind. Now maybe leave some of the blue there as a kind of decal. What do you recommend? A better blue or better white? Honestly, I'm thinking white, man. And some wing mirrors, of course. Yeah, those Louvre windows, they're doing the trick nicely, man. Now for the trailer, yeah? In theory, the easiest bit, right? Just a big box. But I don't know, man. We'll play around with some blocks here, see what feels the most truckish. Yeah, I quite like this cut iron. Yeah, maybe feels more like a refrigerated truck, maybe. I'm not sure. Feels nice and spacious in here, though, yeah? A secret escape hatch there. Mad Max style. Yeah, let's fill this thing out, yeah? See how we feel about it, man. It's easy to decide once it's all in place, yeah? And if I need to, man, I'll just swap it out. But yeah, the size, man, the scale of it feels good. Should we see about the side walls? Yeah, maybe try some quartz. Yeah, let's see how that feels. How it looks. Yeah, it's kind of cool, man. Cool enough to fill this thing out, yeah. Yeah, a little interior wheel arch in the back there. Yeah, I might bring this all out by one though, man. Make the trailer a little bigger on the inside, right? And have it hang out over the wheels more on the outside. You know, pop some wheel arches in as well, yeah. Make it feel a bit chunkier, man. A bit beefier. Yeah, that works, yeah. Maybe the bumper in blue though, make it stand out a little more. Get a little more metal in on the design, huh? You know, I'm not convinced by all this white though. Let's bring the blue back into the mix, right? For the trailer. Yeah. And maybe this lapis around the edges, right? Might be a better option, man. Now we'll swap all this out, man. Easy peasy. What do you reckon, man? Blue or white there? Little mix of the two, I guess. It looks pretty cool. You know, maybe stick with the white on the roof here. You know, leave a little hole in the middle, man. Give this truck a number, yeah? Fleet number. Number 0, man. It's technically the prototype truck, is this. So that kind of makes sense. Yeah, it's getting there, man. Yeah, I think we're missing something on the bonnet, yeah. We'll have a little play with that in a minute, man, for sure. But also perhaps, right? Perhaps a little engine. You know, swap this out, man. And give this thing an engine. Colour Skulk Shriekers, man. They look kind of engine-y, don't they? Yeah, let's check this thing out inside as well. Feels good, man. Plenty of space up in here. Just what we need, yo. Yeah, for sure, man. And it's all parkourable as well, yeah, which is pretty cool. You know, once again, these square lights, man, coming in very handy for us. What we don't want is creepers spawning in this thing, huh? And we do want some air conditioning units, man. Give it that kind of machine kind of vibe, if we can get them in the right place, that is. They'll fill out the sides a bit, finish this off. It's all nice and wide up in here now, man. We can build a few pallets and stuff. We'll tidy up the corners. Yeah, it's definitely getting there now, yeah. Let's just give this thing a little bit of kind of furniture inside, man. You need a little place where you can write and keep your notes of your deliveries, huh? And this bonnet, man, yeah, it's a bit too square. We just soften it off, man. Stick a few little half slabs on there. That feels better. Okay. Yeah, it's coming there, man. Give the driver a bit of privacy, yeah? Give the back a little bit of security, man. Stick some chains in. You know, for me, this is one of those roller kind of doors there. A little chain on the side. You can pull it open and close, man. And we'll stick these little panels on there as well. Yeah, honestly, I'd like it if they were grey, but we don't have a grey version of these. They're like window shutters. But I don't know, the dark oak will work, man. There we go. We've got a little roller shutter for the truck, little aircon unit. Ready to go, man. Yeah. Alright, now let's work on the cab unit. Let's see what we can do in here, man. We'll give this thing a floor. We'll create a little space for some random bits, right? A bin. And a fire extinguisher. A rudimentary steering wheel there. We can probably come up with something a little better than that, yeah. But let's kit this thing out with some ceiling fans, man. Just like that. Yeah, let's have a little play with this steering wheel. See if we can make this thing a bit beefier. Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. And any good trucker, right, has some decorations hanging in their cab, yeah. A piglin head, man. And a rudimentary dashboard, yeah. Maybe fill these out, man. Make that feel a bit more door-like. A white windscreen. And also, man, we need a little seat in here, yeah, for sure. Yeah, something a little chunky, man. Very cozy. Yeah, we got the cargo in. We'll stick some gates on the yard. Yeah, man. Let's pop some random pallets out here in the yard as well, man. Make this thing feel a little busier, man. Yeah, beautiful. And a load more cargo in the back, right? What do you reckon? I reckon it's done. It's ready to deliver, man. A nice, busy truck. Next time, man, we're going to build that haberdashery next door. So I do hope to see you there, yeah? Have a good one, man. Stay chill.